want to make 5 points about the Trump regime's warmongering in Venezuela. Number one, what they are doing is completely criminal. Blowing up 20 ships off the coast of Venezuela and Colombia, murdering 83 people alleged to be drug smugglers with no evidence and no due process. And now the Washington Post just reported that in the first strike on September 2nd, 2 people actually survived and were clinging to the burning boat when they were hit by a second strike based on a verbal order from Pete Hegseth to kill them all. Think about that. Even in an actual war, this would be a blatant war crime. But this isn't a war, and they're not targeting enemy combatants. They're targeting civilians, and at least some of them are confirmed to be fishermen. Point 2. All this could be a prelude to war. Just yesterday, Trump posted that Venezuela's airspace should be considered closed. First of all, what fucking right does Trump have to close the sky above another sovereign country? But also, this no-fly zone itself could be considered an act of war. And keep in mind, there are already 15,000 U.S. troops in the region threatening Venezuela, and just recently, Trump said that land action would be starting very soon. People in this country need to be screaming at the top of their lungs right now, no war on Venezuela. Point 3. Trump and Hegseth are moving quickly to forge the U.S. military into an openly fascist fighting force loyal only to Trump and not the Constitution. Yes, the U.S. military has committed war crimes under Republicans and Democrats. But think about what it means for the military to now openly carry out illegal orders and purge the ranks of anyone who disagrees. And think about how that can be used not only to perpetrate even greater atrocities internationally, but also to crush dissent at home. Point 4. None of this is about stopping narco-terrorists. It's about U.S. imperialist domination. For almost 200 years, the U.S. has arrogantly regarded Latin America as its backyard and enforced its interests in the region with countless invasions, coups, death squads, and military dictatorships. Now the U.S. is increasingly facing challenges from rival imperialist China as well as Russia. China, for example, is currently South America's largest trading partner, not the U.S. So in the face of this, the U.S. is trying to shore up its neighborhood, as Hegseth put it, backing pro-Trump fascists in El Salvador, Argentina, Ecuador, Honduras, and punishing those who stand in the way, from Panama to Brazil to Colombia, and especially targeting Cuba, Nicaragua, and Venezuela, which are allies of China and Russia. All of this poses a tremendous danger, not only to the people of Latin America, but to the whole world. Point 5. We really are at a turning point, and the time to act is now. Before this escalates into all-out war. Before fascism consolidates, and before you have become normalized to crimes against humanity. There are real cracks right now within the government and even within Trump's coalition. But this regime will not self-destruct. We, the people, need to drive it out through massive, non-violent, but unrelenting protests demanding Trump must go now. And as we stand together in the streets, now's also the time to learn the real history of U.S. crimes in Latin America and throughout the world. The system of capitalism, imperialism that drives these crimes, and the revolution that can bring a whole different, much better world into being.